People are pretty cool. Every day we hear of people achieving incredible things like running sub-3-hour marathons, climbing some of the world's highest peaks, performing life-saving surgery, or just simply being a single mother who juggles 2 jobs while putting herself through school. But why, when we see people do these amazing things, is our automatic reaction, I could never do that? At some stage we have all had that voice in our head that tells us, I'm not good enough to do that, or she'd never go out with me, or I'm never going to get that promotion. And because of that, we don't even try in the first place. So why do we put these limitations on ourselves, and why is it so dangerous? Oh, I love the smell of a fresh bag. So recently I met a friend for a coffee and they started telling me about this job they'd seen. It was literally their dream job, and as they started to speak, I could hear how excited they were. So I asked them, when are you going to apply? And the response I got shocked me. They said, oh, I'm not going to apply. I'm nowhere near good enough for a job like that. My mind was blown. This person had just told me this was their dream job, but they were so confident they were going to get rejected, they weren't even going to apply in the first place.
That doesn't make sense.
Thank you, child from the internet. You're right. That doesn't make any sense. So why do we do this? Why do we put a ceiling on our own potential and tell ourselves we can't do something instead of letting others tell us no? Is the fear of rejection so bad that we'd rather not put ourselves out there at all than just be told no? This is just one example of self-limitation. However, self-limitation can appear in many ways. It's something you could be doing consciously, or even worse, subconsciously. There's that little voice in your head that holds you back and tells you not to try in the first place. Maybe you tell yourself that you're not creative enough to stick with that passion project, or that you're too old to start something new. Whatever it is, that self-limitation is holding you back from achieving your full potential. So, why is it so dangerous? Well, whenever you start to place restrictions on yourself, you start putting a ceiling on your own potential. It's like driving a sports car with one foot in the brake. You have the potential to take off, but these unnecessary constraints and restrictions are holding you back. By giving in to your own self-limitations, you start to rob yourself of any opportunities for growth and success. You let fear and doubt dictate your actions instead of embracing the new opportunities you could have. So how do we break the cycle of self-limitation? Cup of coffee. So, how do we break the cycle of self-limitation? Well, firstly, we need to identify our limiting beliefs and challenge them. What do you tell yourself whenever you're faced with challenges and opportunities, and why? Is there actually any evidence to back up that negative self-talk, or is it simply an assumption you've made? Often you'll find that the negative self-talk and the negative thoughts are born out of fear rather than anything else. Once you've identified the fear that's holding you back, it's time to start reprogramming that mindset. Unagi. Replace that internal negative self-talk with positive thoughts and think about what you could achieve rather than what could go wrong. And finally, take action. Step out of your comfort zone and take calculated risks in order to pursue your goals, even if that just means applying for the job you really want. And if you get a rejection, so what? Embrace it as a learning opportunity rather than a setback, and use it to fuel your growth. In today's world, it has become very easy to sit in your comfort zone, do nothing, and let life pass you by. Instead of approaching a girl or guy in a social setting, you swipe on your phone because a quick online rejection feels less painful. There's a fear to work hard and go after the things you want in case you fail, so to avoid the disappointment, you don't put yourself out there in the first place. We have become too comfortable and it's time to shake it up. Remember that discomfort breeds growth, so take a step out of that comfort zone and take back control. Remember that rejection is not the end of the world, and failing is no reason not to try in the first place. The only limits that exist are the one that you place on yourself. So ask yourself, what are you capable of?